far from his birthplace with his mother and disciples when the servants did a survey and said the wine is all gone and the wedding guests are very thirsty. Jesus and his disciples were invited to the wedding. Praise the Lord that they were there because Jesus said, "Are you ready?" "Okay, mother, just give me a second to be steady. My hour has not yet come, but I'll perform a miracle, a blessing." Mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you to do." 6 water pots made of stone for purification of the Jews, containing 20 to 30 gallons of peace, plenty of room. Jesus said, "Fill them up to the brim and go in twos." He said, "Draw some water, take it to the master of the feast." They took it to the master so that he could taste what he received. He knew not where it came from. You may say that he was deceived, but the servants knew where it came from and were very, very pleased. The master of the bridegroom called him aside for a moment, spoke to him about the good wine as if it were a token, said that most bring out the bad wine when the party is nearly over, but you have saved the good wine until now, with no man sober. People drink the good wine at the beginning of a party, but now they'll drink good wine throughout the night as if it just started. The first of miracle signs to which Jesus demonstrated, the glory and his power to which the disciples were liberated. Believed in his name as the King of Kings of King David. This miracle was performed in the Galilean city of Cana, and from Cana of Galilee they proceeded to Capernaum with his mother and disciples. Only for a few days it is certain. Jesus cleansed the temple with holy wrath in his veins, as a Passover of the Jews was shortly taking place. When he found in the temple men selling doves and changing money, he made a whip out of cords to settle his hand in a hurry. Stormed into the temple and turned the tables upside down. He said to those selling doves, "Take your business away now. Do not turn this temple into a market. This is my Father's house." And he drove them all away by the authority of his mouth. Disciples remembered what is written in the scrolls. "Zeal for your house is eating me up," is what is told. So the Jews spoke up and said, "Indeed, what sign will you do to authenticate your authority? Authority you must prove." Jesus said, "Destroy this temple, in 3 days I'll raise it up." The Jews said, "It's taken 46 years to build the struts, and you're going to raise it up in 3 days and build the temple." But the temple he was speaking of was his body, incidental. When he was raised from the dead, his disciples remembered he had already spoken to them about the things in the temple. Then they believed in the scriptures and the words of Jesus' agenda, the words he communicated to them before his ascension. Now when they were in Jerusalem at the Passover feast, Jesus and his disciples convinced many to believe in his name when they saw the miracles and signs that he achieved. But Jesus did not commit himself to the people who wished to receive, because he knows the hearts of men and their testimony did not need. Because men will be men, he knew that he would eventually bleed. Did not need a testimony from men, men's hearts are phony. He was here on a great mission to be stripped naked of his clothing.